So literally right now, the World Cup draw has just been done, okay? We've obviously got all the groups, and I wouldn't say there was like, you know, a killer group or whatever, a group of death. I think that's what people like to call it. But that's not what this video is just about. Now, it's quite exciting, okay? Obviously, the World Cup today, obviously everyone's talking about it and stuff. So I've done a video today, of course, based on the World Cup. Now, we are going to look at the draw in this video. We are going to look at all the teams, what groups they're in this video. So if you guys want to stick around, make sure you carry on watching it, because it could be at any point. It could be at the end, could be in the middle. I'm probably not going to do it at the start, because I want to do at the start, you know, what the title says. This all makes sense. Now, today's video, okay, is players, okay, that may not be picked for the World Cup 2018 in Russia. Now, that could be because, you know, the managers don't want them, or that could be because they're internationally retired and not going to come out of retirement, even though, you know, maybe their nation wants them to, or anything like that. Mainly, we're going to focus on the players that are not going to be picked, okay, but then there's a few bonus players in there that have maybe retired from international football and are not going to make that return. And this is what it looks like, and there's a few big players. We've got some of the biggest players in the world in this video. Before we start it, if you guys are looking to buy an Ultimate Team coins, check out x3games.com. Their link will be in the description down below for FIFA coins. Obviously, use this discount code Rossi. That'll get you 8% off as well. Get them quick. Now, the first one is actually Nainggolan. Now, it looks like him and Belgium are just a no more. He's even thinking about international retirement. It looks like he's fallen out with Roberto Martinez, and it looks like he won't be going to the World Cup next year in Russia. Now, as you guys can see on the screen, okay, obviously he's made a lot of appearances for Belgium. You know, he's made 29 and scored 6 goals in midfielder. Obviously, he's a Roma star, everything like that. Now, listen to this. On the 26th of August, okay, this is what it says here, age 29, Nainggolan announced that he would retire. Well, he would be retiring from international football after not being selected for Belgium's up-and-coming World Cup qualifiers. And he also stated that he would be now focusing his attention on his club career with Roma. However, he was selected by new manager Roberto Martinez for friendlies against Mexico and Japan in November, only to pull out due to injury. So, you know, there's a lot of things that have gone on with him in Belgium recently. You know, obviously new manager coming, Martinez. I think he's undefeated in the group stages of Belgium. Obviously, Nainggolan talked about retirement before. He got called up again. Then he felt injured and stuff like that. Will we see this guy at the World Cup next year? Only time will tell. But on what it looks like from August onwards, it doesn't look great. It would be, you know, it would be a big miss to see one of probably Europe's most exciting midfielders not at the World Cup. Obviously, this guy's got everything to his game. He's just something different. Second player is another midfielder, okay, in Europe who's, you know, achieved everything in football, World Cups, Premier Leagues, you name it. It's Cesc Fabregas. Now, he's had a stint, okay, where he's not played for Spain. It says in this article here, the midfielder has been out of the national team side for a year. This article is from end of September, so it's only, you know, a few weeks ago. But it also says here that he does want to make a return to the Spanish team. So he does want to play the World Cup next year. He definitely wants to play for Spain. And obviously this guy, I mean, so many appearances for his national team. I'm not even joking, like 110 appearances, scoring 15 goals. I mean, that's pretty insane. That's probably one of Spain's most capped players, to be honest. I don't know. It could be the most capped, for all I know. But obviously the Spanish team have got so much depth in their squad. They've got so many players in there. Does that leave room for Cesc Fabregas? I don't know. He went with a massive stint of not being in the Spanish team. And are they going to let him back in now for the World Cup next year? This is a player where, if he doesn't go to this one, we're definitely never going to see him ever again, probably for Spain, are we? I mean, he's probably going to call it a day. As much as like the other articles have come out and said, you know, he wants to play for him. If he doesn't get this call up, this might be it for him. This might be it. Another player now who actually definitely, well, it's not looking great, won't get picked for the World Cup next year. And because he's only got a couple of appearances for his national team anyway. But someone that is, you know, come onto the limelight a little bit last couple of years in the Premier League. But this season, he's not been getting as many minutes as he had done the previous seasons. And it's Ander Herrera, obviously Man United player. He's doing pretty well for United for the last couple of years now. All the managers that have been there, like obviously Van Gaal, obviously Mourinho liked him. And, you know, he's not playing too much this year. He's not getting the minutes he wants and needs if he's going to get a recall to that Spanish team. So it says here he's only made 2 appearances for Spain. He's made a lot for the under 23s, under 21s, under 20s, stuff like that. But obviously that was a long time ago. He's 28 years of age now. Now it says here he received his first senior call up on October the 3rd in 2016. So, you know, well over a year ago. For the qualifiers, you know, 2018 World Cup qualifiers, fixtures against Italy and Albania. But he didn't feature in either of the games. He made his senior international debut against England at Wembley Stadium on November the 15th, 2016. So a month later, coming on as a second half sub in a 2-2 draw. That's right, you know, he got called up for the qualifiers. He didn't make an appearance. He's made an appearance in was it like an international debut game or whatever against England. So pretty crazy. Obviously, this guy looked like he was, you know, booming up on the football radar, if you like. He was going up. Obviously, loads of managers liking him. He got the call ups to Spain, but it just looks like it's gone a little bit down since then. And it does look like Ander Herrera will not be picked for next year's World Cup. Bit of a shame, but he's not getting the minutes, is he? So next up, we've got someone that actually, I believe, has actually, you know, retired from international international football. Now, it is someone who's with lots of appearances, lots of goals, pretty famous, of course, Wayne Rooney. Now, it looks like we're not going to see him at World Cup next year in 2018 in Russia. So, apparently in September, he actually ruled out an England return himself, okay? So, apparently, you know, he got the call up, he rejected the call up, he said, I don't want to play, I don't want to come play for England anymore. So, it says here, the former England captain called time on his international career in August, but Gareth Southgate, of course, England manager right now, has said that there is a possibility that he would invite Rooney to come out of retirement for the World Cup if England qualify. This is before they qualified. But to be fair to Rooney, he actually said in an interview on radio, my mind's made up. I've seen it a few times when players come out of retirement and gone to tournaments and it's just not right. It's not worked out. So fair play to Rooney if that's the case. You know, he's saying you don't want to take a lot of attention from the players that have qualified. He doesn't want to take that away from them. So credit to him for that one. But of course, this guy's England's all-time goal scorer, obviously, which is, you know, one of the best records you can have in football. So the reason I think he started, obviously, thinking about his international retirement was because he was overlooked by Southgate for matches against Scotland and France in June. Obviously, he didn't get picked for them teams, and then since then he's retired. And then Gareth Southgate's thought about, you know, inviting him back, but it looks like, you know, that's completely ruled out by him. Like I say, guys, there will be a few players that have retired from international football. It's not all players that haven't been picked, but I just can't put in the title not been picked and retired for the tournament. Like, the title's too long. I've got to pick one or the other. And I've done a few retirement videos, so, you know, I thought, you know, we'll focus on the picked, not picked stuff, if you like. So there's quite a few there we featured already. Now, I've been reading a lot of places online that say Ricardo Quaresma is going to be, you know, not playing next year in the World Cup. Now, I don't really know why. Everyone's saying that he has retired. There's a few articles saying he hasn't retired. There's a few articles saying he has retired. So I'm a little bit confused by this one. So I've left it to the end of the video to sort of, I want you guys to help me out with this one. So a lot of articles have said he's retired. He's 34 years of age. And to be still playing international football at 34 is very, very good, and it's very, you know, it doesn't really happen too much. But this guy's got a lot of history at Portugal, obviously Euros only recently as well, and this is a player that may not be picked for the Portugal World Cup next year, the Portugal World Cup, Russia World Cup next year, or this is a player that actually may, you know, retire and not go. That may be why. So I'm not going to talk about him too much. I'm already going to move into the last player of the episode. So next up and last of all, we've got a player that has actually retired and won't be, well, it says he's already ruled out a return apparently, so that's why I've left him to the end, because it's not necessarily not been picked. He's more like, you know, not picked himself, if that makes sense. So I featured him at the end because I don't want people to get confused with that in the title. But it's Zlatan Ibrahimovic, of course, retired from Swedish duties. And everyone thought, you know, now they've qualified. They did a great job to qualify. Is he going to make that return now? Is he going to finally come back and help him in the World Cup? Well, he actually said in November that my Swedish career is over even if they reach the World Cup. He actually might have said that before they, you know, did actually achieve it. So yes, Ibrahimovic being one of the best players probably the last generation or whatever you want to call it, he's not going to be at the World Cup next year. He's ruled himself out. He's not picked himself, if you like, but we've seen a lot of players in this video who actually look like they can, not going to be picked for the World Cup, and it's a great shame if they're not, because they offer so much to their nations, they offer so much to football in general, and it would be a shame. Nainggolan, I think he's very, very exciting and stuff like that. He's had a few injury problems, he fell out with the previous manager, whatever, and it'd be nice to see him at the World Cup. Same as Rooney, you know, obviously he's saying that his career's done, that's fair enough, but he's England's all-time goal scorer, so if they want to take him as a backup, maybe that's a good option, I don't know. And Herrera, he's not going to get picked for Spain, is he? I mean, his career is just, he's not getting minutes in a minute. I just can't see him getting picked. Same to Fabregas as well. Fabregas, I can just see not getting picked as well. He missed such a big gap for Spain, even though he's got loads of appearances for Spain. I just think he may not get picked. But anyway, guys, let's get into the draw now. I'm going to get the draw up on the screen. There you go. This is the new draw. This was only released today, so it's brand new, fresh. I'm going to go through the groups now and give my little opinions on it. So in Group A, obviously, we've got the hosts. We've got Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Uruguay. Not the toughest group. I wouldn't say that's a group of death, if you like. Russia, obviously, being the host and stuff like that. Got there's a lot of stuff going on behind them. They have a lot of fans there. You know, they'll have a lot of pride, obviously, being in their country. So they'll be tough to beat. Egypt with Salah's doing very, very well, of course. And Uruguay was a tough team to beat. Not sure about Saudi Arabia. I haven't seen much of them recently. Going into Group B, we've got Portugal, Spain, Morocco, and Iran. That is a very, very tough group. Obviously, Portugal and Spain looking like the favourites to get first and second. But Morocco with no walkover. That's a tough game. I'm not really sure about Iran once again. Are they going to be tough? I'm really not sure. Group C, we've got France, Australia, Peru, and Denmark. I say that's a pretty tough group. Denmark are pretty decent. Australia on their day are not bad. Peru, I think it's their first World Cup they've ever qualified or something. If that's correct, I don't know. Then obviously France being arguably, well, they've got to be one of the favourites, haven't they? For the team and the players they've got to be one of the favourites. That's a tough group. If I'm honest, I can't predict which team's going to come second in that group. Other than France, obviously they're going to get in the top two, obviously. But I can't predict which out of the three are going to get second. I really can't predict it. Group D, we've got Argentina, Iceland, Croatia, and Nigeria. Now, if I wasn't mistaken, mistaken, Argentina and Nigeria faced each other loads recently in World Cups and stuff, so that's a bit weird that it's come up again. Iceland did a good job of qualifying. Croatia was a tough team. You've got to obviously back Argentina to get at the top, in the top 2, of course, and to finish second, I don't know, maybe Croatia? That's my prediction slash guess, I guess. Then in Group E, we've got Brazil, Switzerland, Costa Rica, and Serbia. That's a tricky group. Brazil, obviously, I'm going to predict to get first and second, or you know, out of the 2 positions. Then out of Switzerland, Costa Rica, and Serbia, I'm not really too sure. Switzerland are always a decent team. Costa Rica, not bad. Serbia, not bad. I'm going to go for Switzerland, okay, to qualify in that one, along with Brazil. Then in Group F, we've got Germany, Mexico, Sweden, and Korea Republic. That's a very difficult one. Germany got to be in the top 2. Sweden done very well to qualify, but I think Mexico, man, I think Mexico are going to get in the top 2 spots. They're a very good team on their day. Then we've got G. We've got England's official group, which are a lot of you will be interested in. Obviously, I've got a lot of people support England that view me and watch me. Belgium, Panama, Tunisia, and England. So, of course, I've got to back Belgium and England to get in the top 2 for that one. I really, really do. Panama and Tunisia, I don't know a lot about, but I've got to back them too. They are big guns in that group. Then finally, Group H, we've got Poland, Senegal, Colombia, and Japan. I've got to go for on this one, probably Poland and Colombia to get in the top 2. That's my predictions for the groups, guys. What are yours? Put it in the comment section down below. I'm going to be pinning a few of the comments down below who actually, you know, give their predictions and stuff, who are the top 2 teams of each group, so make sure you do it down below. But yes, guys, this has been obviously players that may not get picked to the World Cup, players that definitely have retired and stuff like that. It's been an interesting video. I wanted to do a World Cup based one today. Hopefully I've enjoyed it. If you have, drop a like and a thumbs up down below. It's greatly appreciated. I'm out, guys. Take it easy. As always, peace.